Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on-point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We're back with another fragrance video today. And this video right here is a fragrance comparison video. And as you guys know, fragrance comparison videos are pretty popular in my channel. I have a whole playlist right there. And the reason why they're so popular is because these are not just random comparison videos that I drum up in my head. These are already existing popular fragrances that are often compared to each other in the community. Maybe they do share some similarities and some differences. And so that is exactly what we are going to debunk on this video right here. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys, okay? Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel. If you haven't done so, it's just a couple of clicks. If you've already done so, thank you for your continued support. Now, the fragrances that we will be talking about today are none other than Mancera's Red Tobacco, the legendary Mancera Red Tobacco, as well as the recently released Carolina Herrera's Mystery Tobacco right here. This one here is a 2022 release. Now, these two fragrances do share one thing, and that is tobacco. And so because the colder months are coming, the cooler breeze is coming, or maybe wherever you are in the world, it's getting really, really cold, this is the perfect time to be talking about these two fragrances right here. Now, Mancera's Red Tobacco is the more well-known, more established tobacco fragrance in the fragrance community. I mean, most of y'all probably already own a full bottle of this, or at least have tried this fragrance right here. And the wild card really is going to be your mystery tobacco right here. And the first thing I had in mind when I saw this comparison was like, why are we even comparing these two in the first place? Because on paper, they seem pretty different. Both these fragrances do have tobacco in them, and they maybe share some little notes here and there like your patchouli and gaiac wood. But overall, when I saw this on paper, I was like, why are we even comparing this? This one right here has osmanthus and artemisia, and this one right here, of course, has your saffron and incense. Why are we doing that? So that was one of my big questions, and of course, that was answered the moment I tried these. And of course, we are going to answer a lot of the Fragcom feedback on this video. A lot of people call Red Tobacco a synthetic mess. Some don't like it, some really like it, and some people say that Mystery Tobacco right here is the smoother one of the two, that they are similar, but this one right here is very, very smooth compared to Red Tobacco. We're gonna answer these questions right here. I can't wait to do them. Let's go. So first and foremost, I will give you guys a brief breakdown of Mancera's Red Tobacco. It's not gonna be a full breakdown, guys, but I will be talking about the more notable characteristics of Mancera's Red Tobacco. And right here, Red Tobacco, the first thing I'm gonna say is that it is a strong perfume. We're talking about the room-conquering, super strong sillage of Red Tobacco. You will get that within probably 2 sprays of this fragrance. Now, to describe the type of tobacco scent that Red Tobacco has, I would describe it as your earthy, dry, pipe tobacco. That is the type of tobacco that you can expect, again, in a huge amount, huge heaps of this tobacco right in the beginning. But then this fragrance does have a lot of additives to that tobacco right here. First and foremost, you're gonna get oud right here in the opening to add to that tobacco. Now, what kind of oud can we expect right here? The type of oud you're gonna get is a chocolatey, earthy type oud, guys. If you smell like a chocolate nuance right here in the opening of Red Tobacco, it's most definitely the oud enhancing the tobacco note right here. Now, this fragrance is called Red Tobacco for a reason, and that's because there is a red component with Red Tobacco, and that's care of your saffron spice as well as cinnamon right there. So the saffron is definitely a strong, notable component in Red Tobacco. It does provide the red type of smell right there, as well as cinnamon. And of course, you also are gonna get incense that boosts the smokiness of this tobacco, guys. So really, it is pretty nuclear when you do just a few sprays of this, and that's because the tobacco itself is pretty strong, but the additives are also pretty strong with this fragrance right here. And then on top of all these really prominent and well-liked notes, you are also going to get apple and pear, as well as a sharp earthy patchouli in the mid. So really what you're getting is a cascade of prominent, well-liked notes from start to mid, And that, I think, is why a lot of people really like this fragrance, because not only are you getting your tobacco straight up, but you're also getting things like saffron, cinnamon, incense, apple, patchouli right here in this fragrance right here. Now, one of the most notable comparisons to red tobacco is shisha. That's right, shisha. If you smoke shisha, then you will get a resemblance right here with red tobacco, especially with the entrance of apple. Once the apple enters right there into the mix and it adds to the earthy, strong tobacco with that saffron and nutmeg spice, it does smell like shisha right here. But again, the thing I will say about this fragrance is that it is pretty nuclear, guys, okay? So it's actually, some people say it's a synthetic mess. I don't think so. I don't think it's a synthetic mess. I really just think that there's so much going on in this fragrance that maybe it isn't for the type of person that wants something a lot more simpler. And this is where Mystery Tobacco comes in, guys. So Mystery Tobacco, like I said, I really wondered why this was getting compared to red tobacco, because really the note breakdown was pretty different. But once I sprayed Mystery Tobacco, I was like, oh, okay, that's why. Mystery Tobacco right here pretty much shares the same tobacco note. Yes, the same type of tobacco note as red tobacco. And although it is listed as a mid note, no, it comes out right in the beginning in a very strong quantity, kind of reminiscent of the tobacco of red tobacco. So again, it's going to be an earthy pipe tobacco style tobacco note that you're going to get with Mystery Tobacco. But the difference here, guys, is that it isn't as sweet as Mancera's Red Tobacco. So this one right here does not have the red effect, okay? It's basically tobacco, a thick, nice, earthy pipe tobacco that is going to blanket a lot of these top notes that you're seeing on the breakdown, on the note breakdown. Really, the top notes are not gonna pop out here, but mostly it's gonna be that pipe tobacco right here. If you guys check out the note breakdown of Mystery Tobacco, you probably noticed these intro notes of ginger, osmanthus, citruses, and artemisia. And you're probably wondering, like, man, that's kind of different from red tobacco. And so really what you get is that these top notes slowly reveal themselves, but it's gonna be with that tobacco. So I would say that the prominent note right here on the intro is going to be ginger, and then a little bit of osmanthus, a little bit of citrus, and a little bit of artemisia. It's mostly ginger that you will smell, but really it's a lot of that very similar tobacco scent that you get with red tobacco minus the red part. Now with that being said, Mystery Tobacco right here does not have the red aspect of red tobacco. Although it shares a very similar tobacco note, there is no red right here. There's not going to be any saffron or cinnamon or an incense booster right here. So it does feel like it is smoother, guys, but it's not really because it's smoother. It's just because the notes are much more minimalist than Mancera's Red Tobacco, which is really 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a 5-hit combo of all these super prominent notes. So it is perceived to be smoother right here. And again, the tobacco is the highlight right here with those really underlying top notes, your ginger, your osmanthus, those citruses. They're gonna be there, but they are so subtle at the end of the day. If you liked this fragrance, Mystery Tobacco, it's probably because of that amazing tobacco note. Now, right here in the mid of Carolina Herrera's Mystery Tobacco is where this fragrance shares some notable commonalities with red tobacco right here. And it's that combination of that sharp, earthy patchouli with that gaiac wood, that smoky gaiac wood, as well as smoky vetiver as well. That combination is what these two share. So right there, it's the tobacco note that they share a lot, as well as the mid, which in Mystery Tobacco, this mid actually lasts several hours. It's almost the entire fragrance basically. So you will get a lot of similarities as it goes along. Now on the dry down right here of Mystery Tobacco, you are going to get tonka bean, guys. And tonka bean, although it is a sweet note, it does have hay-like, tobacco-like properties. So it's more of a continuity note with some added sweetness right here. And in contrast, the dry down of Mancera's Red Tobacco does have musk, vanilla and amber. So it's a little bit more sensual, I'd say, with a lot more sweetness with vanilla and amber. Now that we've broken down the notes, let's go compare these two, shall we? So in terms of overall character, Mancera's Red Tobacco is all about power. The notes are powerful. The overall impact is powerful, guys. I mean, this is for the type of person that really expects to get attention whenever, you know, that person wears this fragrance right here, because it is nuclear. It is a room conqueror. There is no way that people can ignore you when you are wearing this fragrance right here. So it's all about power. It does have a lot of stacked powerful notes one after the other. So that is where Red Tobacco stands in terms of the character. Now, Mystery Tobacco right here, as the name suggests, this is a lot more mysterious, if you will, smoother, if you will. Why? Because there's just less. There's less of these really pop-in attention-getting notes. The most attention-getting note this actually has is the same lovable tobacco note, the dry pipe tobacco note that this one has, okay? So they share the same lovable tobacco note, but just not a lot of fireworks, guys. So this one is much smoother. It's more, you could say, absorbable by other people, guys. And if you are that type of person that you don't want all that attention, you want to kind of like undercover get that kind of attention, then Mystery Tobacco is going to be a really good option right here. Both of these scents perform really well, but of course this one right here is the loud super projector type fragrance. This one right here has a significant sillage, but it is not like nuclear. So it's more of a draw-in aura scent that you will get with Mystery Tobacco right here. Now, if there was a downside to Mystery Tobacco, it's that it is one-dimensional to me. It is one-dimensional to me. I feel like the entire fragrance, Mystery Tobacco, can be a dry down stage for another fragrance. And that's because really it's continuity from start to finish with tobacco, earth-like woodiness. That's kind of like all together with this fragrance, but that's it. That's all you're gonna get. That is the one downside I see with Mystery Tobacco. If there was a downside to Mancera's Red Tobacco, it's the same reason why some people love it. It's the strength. Because this is a super strong fragrance right here, you might choke out some people in the room, especially if you overspray this fragrance right here. Some people might not like it. There are some people that get repulsed by really, really strong fragrances, and you might not hear it in front of your face, but behind your back, they're probably talking about you, saying that you're wearing this really choking fragrance, and Mancera's Red Tobacco can definitely do that. I think it's really a matter of when to wear these fragrances rather than who would like one or the other. It's when, because really there are some instances where maybe you want to catch all that attention, you want to dominate the room, and especially if you live in a really wintry place with the winter cold out there, I think you need something really strong, and that is where Red Tobacco really comes in. And I think Mystery Tobacco is more for the smooth operator type of days where you're not really wanting to catch all that attention, but you want to utilize the beauty of the tobacco note, that earthy tobacco note right there. I think that if it's date night or really meeting friends where you don't want to repulse them with something strong, I think that is where Mystery Tobacco comes in. Now, price-wise, guys, this is where Mancera shines right here. This fragrance, Mancera Red Tobacco, you can get it retail for like $80 right here. And Carolina Herrera's Mystery Tobacco, this is over $200, okay? This is over $200 versus $80. I think it's too much. I think that this perfume, like I said, could have been just a dry down phase or a mid to dry down of another fragrance. It's pretty one-dimensional to me. I don't think it's worth $260. And matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Mystery Tobacco is already being cloned. I mean, the last I've heard, Latafa already cloned Mystery Tobacco. So I'll check that out. I'll compare the two. But to me, this is far too simple to be a $200 perfume, as opposed to the $80 perfume right here that has a lot more of everything. Considering that price, performance, as well as the note breakdown, I do like Mancera's Red Tobacco a lot more than Mystery Tobacco right here. Now, is this the end all be all of tobacco fragrances? Of course not. This is just going to be your nuclear tobacco scent with the red additive right here, but it's not the end all be all. There are a lot of amazing tobacco fragrances out there. I mean, I personally use Zaharoff's Tabak, okay, on the daily as one of my tobacco fragrances. So it's not the end all be all, but this will come in handy for those room conquering, powerful impact days or nights in the cold, in the fall winter season. Red Tobacco will come in handy. So I think this is the winner compared to Mystery Tobacco right here. All right, so that is it. That is my comparison video between Mancera's Red Tobacco as well as Carolina Herrera's Mystery Tobacco. Let me know on the comments below what y'all think. Do you guys own both of these fragrances? I mean, really, that would be crazy if you owned both. But if you have tried these, which do you prefer? Do you guys prefer the Mancera, or do you prefer Mystery Tobacco? Do you like the Smooth Operator versus the Room Conqueror? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know your feedback because I'm sure at this point you guys have already tried this. And let me know if my findings correlate to your findings as well. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Again, liking and subscribing does help the channel. And I will see you guys on the next video. I've got another one coming tomorrow. God bless. Take care. Peace.